Today we are making one of my absolute favorite one-pot dinners. It is one-pot Cajun chicken pasta. If you grew up like me going to eat at Chili's Bar and Grill, you know what I'm about to make and what it tastes like. It's basically this giant pasta that they had. It was like a fettuccine Alfredo with a Cajun twist to it, and I've remade it in my kitchen all in one pot because who doesn't love a one-pot dinner? So I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the Cajun seasoning, and I am a Texas girl that likes a lot of heat. So I'm about to put in half a teaspoon of cayenne into the seasoning, but know that you can alter this to your taste buds. There's enough seasoning in the rest of it to where it's still delicious without the cayenne. And then 1 teaspoon of paprika. This isn't spicy, it's just gonna give it that nice red color that we want in our Cajun blackening seasoning and add a little bit of flavor as well. And then we've got our dried herbs. We've got thyme, rosemary, and oregano. So we're gonna do half a teaspoon of each, and these 3 are all essential in making this dish really come to life. So after you get all of those fun seasonings in, we're gonna do the salt and pepper, half a teaspoon of pepper, and then a full teaspoon of kosher salt. We're gonna mix this together. We're gonna use half of the seasoning blend on the chicken, and the other half is gonna go in the actual pasta dish. So I'm gonna set this aside for now, and let's prepare our chicken. Now this is something that I do pretty much every time I cook chicken. It's not absolutely necessary, but I do think it A, cooks the chicken more evenly, and B, just makes it taste more tender and delicious. I swear it makes it taste better. If you ever get that, like those tough bites of chicken, you should be tenderizing it. Okay, so after that, we're just gonna season both sides of the chicken. And we're gonna start off by searing the chicken, and then we're gonna bring in all the fun elements of the pasta after we get our chicken browned. I've got a skillet. You're gonna want one with tall sides or pot over medium-high heat. 2 tablespoons of oil in there. I've got avocado oil in there. Once that oil is warm, lay our chicken down in there. So we're gonna get a nice brown on both sides and cook through our chicken. It'll take, I don't know, about 4 minutes aside. Then a sneeze from the cayenne. Okay, once the chicken's done, set that aside. All right, we'll let that rest while we cook the rest of the pasta. And what's gonna go into our pasta is half of a white onion. You could use yellow onion as well. I just don't recommend a red onion. Gonna dice this up. Also going to take 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna mince the garlic as well. Okay, back to our pot. We're gonna lower the heat this time, like down to medium low-ish, and saute our garlic and onion. We've got 12 ounces. I use this gluten-free jovial brown rice pasta. You could use any penne pasta you want. It's going in. And then our liquid, we are gonna do 2 cups of low sodium chicken broth. And you're gonna want 4 cups of liquid to that 12 ounces of pasta. So our other 2 cups is gonna be some milk. And if you want to keep this dish dairy-free, it's still really flavorful. So I recommend using like an unsweetened coconut milk, and almond milk also works, but I will say that's my least favorite alternative in this dish. You're gonna add the remainder of your spice seasoning, and then this is going to come to a simmer. You're gonna want this bubbling, but you're not gonna want it boiling, or else the milk will kind of curdle. So just watch it, stir it often. It's gonna absorb that liquid, and the starch in the pasta is gonna go in there. It's gonna thicken it, and it's gonna end up being this like lovely Alfredo texture that we want. So while this is cooking, I'm still gonna keep a close eye on it. I'm gonna get my garnishes ready. And just like our friends at Chili's, we're gonna top it off with diced tomato. I've got a Roma tomato here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the seeds by simply scooping them out. And we're gonna dice this up. The other thing that we're gonna add on top of this is some green onions. We're gonna just do the green part. Put it in there. You can see it's starting to get creamier. Needs a little bit longer. It's still a little liquidy. It's getting close. You want it al dente. Let's see how far we are. If for whatever reason it's not saucy enough and your pasta isn't cooked through, add another half a cup of broth. Keep cooking, stirring until it's absorbed, got nice and tender, and your pasta's done. Definitely not done. But it's getting close. I grew up in Salina, Texas. We did not have a Chili's in my hometown, still don't. But we had one in McKinney, in Frisco, and my friends and I, when we got our licenses, went there at least once a week. We would drive 30 minutes just to eat at Chili's and, and just load up on skillet queso and Cajun chicken pasta, maybe a couple Southwest egg rolls. Lots of good memories there. All right, this is, I think, done. I'm gonna taste one. And then last but not least, you're gonna add in the juice of one lemon. Give it a little bit of zing. Okay. I'm gonna slice up my chicken, and then we can finally eat this beauty. Now this serves 4. I got a little heavy-handed there, so we're going about 3 now. Our tomatoes, some green onion, and then last but not least, you can add a little bit of Parmesan on top if you are okay with some dairy. Parmesan's always a nice touch on the end. It's the good old taste test. That's perfect. So easy to make, the perfect one-pot pasta dish, and all the 90s nostalgia that you need in your life. I've got other great one-pot pasta dishes on my blog, defineDish.com. You can find so many more there. Just search one pot and they'll all come up. But this one should definitely be first on your list to make. I want my baby back, baby back, baby. Cut.